Oh, yeah. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I'll call the meeting. You have the agenda in front of you. Are there any changes or notes concerning that?
Motion to approve agenda as is.
Okay. A motion and a second to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Betty, will you read the minutes from May 15th, please?
May 15th, 2023, Chairman Cluse called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors for at 9 a.m. Members present were Cluse, Rasmussen, and Helgebold. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgebold to approve the tentative agenda with item number 10, including drainage districts eligible for spread waivers. Motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of May 8th were read and approved claims for payment. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgebold to approve the cigarette permit for Casey's General Store in Dallas. Motion carries. Motion by Helgebold, seconded by Rasmussen to approve Gardner and Company PC's proposal for the Wright County audits for 2023, 2024, and 2025. Motion carries. The cost for the 23 audit will be $42,650. For the 2024 audit will be $44,800, and for the 2025 audit will be $47,050. Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, presented the name of the new hire for the heavy equipment operator in the bridge and sign maintenance. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Cluse to approve the hire of the name presented pending post-offer pre-employment physical drug screen and background check. Motion carries. The starting wage will be $26.71 per hour. Clemens then gave an update on the secondary roads. There were 17 work orders completed last week. Blades are continuing to prep and level the rock miles. The year 3 rock rotation is 34.38% complete, with 33 of the 96 segments completed. Crews are beginning the 310th Street rehab reclaim today. Mike Bowman, Claremont Country Club, and board members of the Claremont Country Club spoke with the supervisors for explanation on a parcel 0709451002 that was conveyed to the state of Iowa in conveyed to the state of Iowa on March 27th. Bowman stated that Claremont has paid property taxes on that parcel since 1926. Cluse explained the Iowa law that names all the sovereign lakes in the state of Iowa. With that parcel being a sovereign lake bed, that is considered state property. In 2016, the state of Iowa did a survey and claimed the parcel with photographs from the 1930s showing the original road and original lake shore. Cluse will set up a meeting with both Iowa for further information. Christine Paradise, Senior Construction Tech for Snyder Associates, is asking for sponsorship for her time, mileage, and lodging to attend the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration meeting. Paradise is looking for $250 to $300 from each county she is representing for the Summit Carbon Solutions Pipeline. Clark Morgan, Agronomy Manager at Gold Eagle Cooperative, presented the proposal for new anhydrous ammonia facility. This will be north of Clarion at the new grain facility behind the bins. Morgan has had discussion with Wright County Planning and Zoning. Motion by Helgebold, seconded by Rasmussen to approve the proposal presented by Clark Morgan from Gold Eagle Cooperative for the new anhydrous ammonia site north of Clarion. Motion carries. Courtney Morris, Wright County Drainage Clerk, presented the 2023 drainage districts eligible to be spread per Iowa Code 468.57 for no less than 10 and no more than 20 years. The board then reviewed and took action on the following 9 eligible tracks, spreading each of them per Iowa code. And there you can see the list of those that are 10 years and 15 years. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgebold to approve the 2023 drainage district assessments eligible to be spread. 4 districts being spread for 10 years each and 5 districts spread for 15 years each. Motion carries. Morris presented the following 2023 joint assessments with Webster County as Joint Drainage District 49, Wright 90. Joint Drainage District 49 for Wright and 90 for Webster. Total levied is $1,810.56. Wright County share $340.32. Motion by Cluse, seconded by Rasmussen to approve the Joint Drainage District assessment between Webster and Wright County for 2023. Motion carries. Morris presented the following 2023 joint assessments with Franklin County, and that is Joint Drainage District 100 for Wright County and 2 for Franklin. Total levy was $23,191.46. Wright County share $6,261.69. Wright County Drainage District 111, Franklin number 3. Total levy was $6,035.31. Wright County share is $1,267.41. And Wright County 118 and Franklin County number 4, total levy is $63,256.50. Wright County share is $10,753.60. Motion by Clues, seconded by Hugable to approve the joint drainage district's assessments between Franklin and Wright County in 2023. Motion carries. Morse presented the following 2023 joint assessments with Humboldt County, and that was Drainage District 113 for Wright and Drainage District 5 for Humboldt. Total levy was $7,532.80. Wright County share $3,417.66. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Hugable to approve the joint drainage district assessments between Humboldt and Wright County in 2023. Motion carries. Supervisor Richard Lukensemeyer with Franklin County opened the bid letting at 10:30 a.m. for the repairs and improvements to the lower main tile joint drainage district 100-2. 6 bids were received. Lee Galantine opened the bonds and bids. All appeared to be in accordance with the contract documents. Lee Galantine will review the totals and confirm. The 6 bids submitted were as follows: Jet Drain and Excavating, $216,667. Peterson Contractors of Rhinebeck, $223,046.10. Larson Contracting Central LLC, Lake Mills, with $233,738.26. Whiteman Incorporated, $234,324.07. Henniger Construction, $253,755, and Brandon Meyer doing business as Meyer Trenching in Eagle Grove is $263,300. Motion by Clues, seconded by Supervisor McVicker, Franklin County to tentatively approve Jet Drain and Excavating pending the math checks out. Motion carries. Motion by Hugable, seconded by Rasmussen to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Thank you, Larry. I had one, under the Christine Paradise, we authorized up to $300 for that trip, and I'm pretty sure that there was a motion and a second on that. No, there wasn't.
I'll go listen to it. I don't think it was.
Okay.
The other thing is when we got done with the joint drainage districts and went into a conference call with Franklin County, I would suggest that we went in a conference call with Franklin County on a joint drainage district letting.
Agreed.
Or on the first page, where it says Courtney Morris, we start talking about drainage, should it say acting as drainage trustees, because we're not acting as supervisors right then? Then we're kind of mingling, I mean, should it, is it cutting hairs or?
I don't know, but to me, it's a given.
Okay.
It falls under us, but it can't hurt. That's for sure. Being more explicit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, they will stand approved as corrected then. Claims for payment have been around. Open forum for public input. Pardon me? Okay.
I just have some updates on the Homestead 65 plus credit. I know it briefly went out in the papers, but I just want to talk about a few further details about it. We have also people been asking, so just questions, come to the assessor's office if you have any questions. The military service tax exemption for 2023 is increasing to $4,000 of exempt off of the taxable value. That is an automatic. Some people are coming in and asking if they have to re-sign for that, and as of right now, they do not. It will automatically change. The Homestead 65 plus, we are recommending if husband and wife are both on the deed and if they both qualify to both come in and fill out a form. We don't do it on the same form. It would have to be separate forms. So right now, if both are 65 and just the husband would come in and sign up that he's 65, anything were to happen to him, if he were to pass away or no longer be on the deed, we would have to remove that credit. But if the wife were to come in and she was eligible too, and she filled out a form, then we could automatically look and put it onto hers.
Okay.
So just a little, and then the exemption amount for this year is going for 3250 of taxable value. For 2024, it's gonna go up to 6,500, and that will be automatic too. So we just have a lot of people coming in, filling out forms and asking questions, so I just wanna clear up a few.
So if your house is assessed for 30,000, you get $6,500 off of that,
Yes,
and then, okay.
yeah, so the credit, which they currently will automatically get if they have that form, that will not change. That will be off of their taxes amount, but the exemption will come off of the taxable.
Okay.
So, any,
But it's the property owner's requirement to come in and sign the paperwork to get, in order to be eligible for the $6,500
yes,
tax credit.
if they are
60.
older than 65, they need to come in and re-sign.
So if both are on it,
If both come in, we recommend a form for each one of them, if you're both 65.
okay,
Otherwise, when the second one turns 65, it would be a good idea for them to come in and fill out the form too.
Gotcha.
65 by what date?
Well, it's January 1st of 57. It's on or by, there's still some confusion in that date. In the code, it says by January 1st, which seems to mean before, but in the actual form, it says on or before.
Okay.
So as of right now, we're taking by January 1st.
Okay.
So I'm sure at some point there will be more education from the state from this.
Okay.
but they can't do it unless both of them are 65 and both their names are on the deed.
No,
We can do one, so if husband or wife, if only one is 65, if they come in and fill it out, they can get it. But if anything happens to that one in
Then it
5,
gets
10
taken
years,
off.
and then we'd have to take it off if we didn't have the second form from the wife.
Gotcha.
Does that kind of make sense?
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's the whole code is a living nightmare because how many people are gonna say, oh, my husband passed away?
Well, it would
How
be if the deed changes or some offices check for the obituaries. So,
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot of issues. with
Like
it.
I'll be turning 65 in January, so I need to come sign up not sometime next year after I turn
Yes.
65.
Yeah. So it's very confusing and the state has told us, one, they're not at this time adding another form, so one per each.
Okay.
So.
Good.
It's very confusing and it will be for a while until they get the case out, but if there's any questions, we've been getting calls, we've been having people come in, so
Okay,
feel free to ask.
I do have a question on the, like currently, I get 4850 credit or assessed
Yes.
value
On the homestead.
on the homestead.
Credit.
That's still gonna stay, the
Yes.
credit's still gonna stay, the
Yes.
state's still gonna refund.
That's not, well,
Okay.
I don't know how long they're gonna refund it. I know in 2024, they're not gonna fund the military one,
Mm-hmm,
so I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But
and is
yes,
that,
that is not gonna change. Anybody who currently has that 4850 homestead credit off of your tax amount,
mhm.
that will not change.
And
This
then,
is just an extra.
and then the military is, cause I think it was different between 1852 to 4000, is that on no matter what military?
As far as you've been
Years?
told, yes, they're automatically going to.
All of them.
Change
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything else. So. I know a lot
and
of,
if you're military, then you turn 65, you qualify for both, correct?
if you're what, say that
If
again.
you are military and you turn 65,
Yes,
you would qualify for both.
yes, yeah,
All right, thank you.
yeah, let me know if you have any more questions.
Okay. Okay, item number 6, approve the liquor license for the Belmont Area Arts Council for the tractor pull in June and the power show in August.
They've got everything in they need.
I believe so, does it say pending grammar or anything on the top right hand corner?
Stop right here. There's no signature there, pending draft.
Okay.
So there'll be-
Yeah, so there'll be pending gram and then you'll have to just sign it. So they gotta get their gram shop in yet,
I
so.
got you.
Motion to approve, and then they get their dram shop insurance in.
I'll second that.
And that's for both the June and August power show.
Yes,
I have a motion and a second to approve, a liquor license for the Belmont Area Arts Council for the tractor pull in June and the power show in August. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
I think is it Jason, do you want to mute yourself?
Yes,
Thank you.
Okay, item number 7. Appoint Anastasia Burke, medical doctor as the deputy medical examiner.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to appoint Anastasia Burke, medical doctor as the deputy medical examiner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Was there paperwork to do
No,
with that? Okay.
I just have
He
to
just
send,
calls and,
yeah, he sends an email and then we will email the minutes to him
Perfect.
so that he has that.
yeah. Okay, item number 8, review and act on the joint drainage district assessments with Humboldt and Hancock County.
Let me give Courtney a call.
She's here.
Right here.
Never mind. Courtney's right here.
I almost did too. I looked up if he was.
All right, I'll do Hancock County one here first. Here's the original, that was signed. I need a copy. So this one is districts that Wright County is control of. This is for 98-32 and 121-54. The total amount for 98-32 that needs to be assessed to the district is $1,652.63. With Wright County's share being $1,124.78. Drainage District 121-54, the total amount needing assessed to that district is $7,361.94. With Wright County's share being $4,778.64.
I'd make a motion to approve the 2023 joint drainage district levies with Hancock County.
Second that.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Here's your copy.
Thank you.
All right, for Humboldt. This first one is going to be our control. Original copy. Copy. Same copy. The second one is one that you guys took action on last week. But there was a discrepancy, as you pointed out, with the total amount needed column and the total column being different.
Correct.
I checked with Humboldt County as they are the control, and that was an incorrect number in the total column, so that was corrected. But she also found that the percentage for Wright County share was incorrect as well. So this new sheet reflects both of those changes.
Good.
After this, we will have to talk about the spread for this district as well, because this one was one way we spread. So you'll have to take a look at that one next after to go over these weeks.
Okay. Do you want separate action on these?
You can, let's see, you can probably do both together.
Okay. So I would make a motion to approve the 2023 joint drainage district levies for joint district 162-7, where Wright County is the control, and also joint drainage district 5-113 HWRI, where Humboldt County is the control.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. So now we're gonna look at the spreads on that again.
Yes, on that specific one.
Okay, thank you.
So the sheet I just gave you is all of the spreads that we acted on last week. All of them that will not be changing are marked with the purple column as what was chosen. The 113-5 that needs to be reviewed again because of the numbers changing is got the box around it with the drainage districts highlighted in yellow.
And we had previously approved that a 10-year spread
Correct.
for 113-5.
Correct. They are all the same landowners as before, all the same tracks, it's just the track amounts have been reduced just slightly.
I would recommend that we stay. I would make a motion that we stay with a 10-year spread on joint drainage district 113-5.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to authorize a 10-year spread on the drainage district 2023 drainage district assessments for joint drainage district 113-5 with Humboldt County. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Do I have to sign this?
Nope. You can keep that if you want.
Okay. Okay, item 9, review and act on Wright County Drainage District assessments.
All right, so the sheet that I just gave you is the remainder of the districts that we need to assess this year, but it also includes every district that you've already approved that are joint districts. It also shows the waiver years listed on there that you guys approved at the last meeting, and luckily the Humboldt one did not change from the 10 years of last time, so that is still reflected on there appropriately.
The 233-7, we were. Oh, it's only $504, okay, never mind. Is there any discussion concerning these?
Most of it's probably just, brush and weed.
Yeah, most of it's just small little projects,
You know,
blow-ups,
repairs?
like that.
I would make a motion to approve the 2023 drainage district levies as presented.
Second.
The motion and a second to approve the 2023 drainage district levies as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you. These are what? Yeah.
Okay, item number 10, review and act on the Fifth Amendment to the Child Support Staffing Contract between Iowa Department of Health and Human Services, Child Support Services, and Webster County, which is the host political subdivision.
So we had this on the agenda a couple weeks ago about the reimbursable expenses. The only other part that was changed in this amendment is that the contract is extended from July 1, 2023 to June 30, 2024. So it just, we do this 1 year, yeah. It is also hereby amended to incorporate the program budget for state fiscal year 2024 attached hereto and made hereof by reference to and hereofs. And then the reimbursable expense is hereby deleted in its entirety and replaced with the following, and that's what you guys had approved a couple weeks ago, so. And this is something we've been doing. I don't fully understand it, but it's between political subdivision. Webster County is the host and the contract is through there, and then Calhoun, Hamilton, Humboldt, Pocahontas, and Wright. So,
You need motion on this?
Yes,
yes,
I also move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the amendment to the child support staffing contract between the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services, the Child Support Services, and Webster County, which is the post political subdivision. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We have to sign it or anything?
yes. I'll have the county attorney sign to the right at the top box.
Top box.
Okay, item number 11, review and take action on county urban renewal tax rebates on two companies. Carol, Stephen, is this you? Betty, it's you. No,
It's both.
okay,
We
All
work
right.
together.
That's right.
excellent.
So on renutrients, we'll start with that one. Daryl Stephen had a conversation, I think you met in person with
Yes.
Ryan Brandt on the development agreement, the understanding of the development agreement and what it all means. Go ahead and let them know.
Also provided him with a checklist of, he resides in Minnesota, so we provided him with a checklist on how he pays Iowa taxes. When the statements are sent out, when they're due, on the website. We also provided a checklist on the assessment for the road. So he clearly understands that now, along with the certification.
Okay.
So I think he has much better understanding, was very appreciative of my office providing that assistance.
And so that rebate would be,
$35,464.30, which equates to 50% of the property taxes, eligible property
And
taxes.
they still pay 15,000 a year.
Towards the road.
Towards the road, yes.
Correct.
and all of those payments are up to date?
They're not.
And was there any discussion on the facility? Are they in production again or?
They are starting production again.
Okay.
Cost of chicken litter has slowly become more reasonable. And then they will make a decision within the next 90 days. Whether or not they implement their new business plan using swine manure.
Then if they were to implement that new business plan, does that change something at their facility
It
or?
will require additional equipment out of the facility, and then they do have investors back then.
Okay. Very good.
You want two separate motions, but your motion on both of them?
Doesn't matter.
What's the second one then?
The second one is Prestige.
Okay,
And they've been current with their paying taxes, they're current with their certifications. They have six hundred
650.
about employees that they had certified on, and their rebate amount will be $548,790.
And that's appropriation based on that 650 number.
Yeah, they have a little over 1,000 employees, but 650 of the employees are the ones that are contracted.
Yeah, which contracted, that's correct.
Employees don't, even though they can be hired as full-time employees from Prestige, at this time, we don't count those as Prestige employees, that's why.
Example, would be like a cleaning crew or the
Right.
cafeteria crew, those are contract labor, they're not counted in.
The number, yeah.
Okay. Right. I would make a motion to approve the county's urban renewal tax rebates for Prestige and Renutrients as they're in compliance with their development agreements.
I would second that.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 12, Adam Clements, Wright County Engineer. Consider amendment number 1 to fiscal year 2023 Iowa DOT secondary road budget.
Okay, so along with the county budget, we have to do a DOT budget, and this is the amendment for, that coincides with that amendment for the county budget. If you look at this page right here, this is what I handed into the auditor's office so that we knew what line items I was taking out from. It's a lot easier to read. First page is all the budget line items. So you'll see some are red, some are black. The one that or the two that I want to bring your attention to are the roads budget, increasing by $85,000 for additional rock and gravel, and then $428,000 for additional on the equipment operations for additional fuel, parts, and sundry. So for a change this year, addition of $131,672 or 2% increase in budget. And then revenue, the next page. So miscellaneous expenses are increasing by 71, or miscellaneous reimbursements, excuse me, 71,000, and then road use tax, a reestimate of an additional 65,555. So an additional 4% in revenues this year. So 154,000. So those are reflected in this right here. It's just a lot easier to read that.
Gotcha.
So
And those increases in revenue are increases from the state, correct?
road use tax, and then miscellaneous reimbursements are anything like permits, one trip permits, entrances, anything that we've gotten in that.
Okay.
Insurance claims or anything like that.
I would make a motion to approve amendment number 1 to the fiscal year 2023 Iowa DOT secondary roads budget.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the amendment to the amendment number 1 to fiscal year 2023 Iowa DOT secondary roads budget. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Getting the signature on that one. Very nice. We were working on our last Cub Scout loop. So that was one of those called Rolling Tigers. So
Yep, they didn't come out and take you out when underneath your bike. did they?
yeah, we almost had one kid in there, but. So, thank you. Next item is the update. So blades are still working on their rock miles and regular blading. We had a few blades down on 310th Street with the shoulder rehab. That should complete today. Trucks are hauling rock. We completed 10 work orders. Those are attached on the map and the list. The one thing I wanted to bring your attention to is the ones down in Vernon Township. We actually had to add some French drains along C-70 because that pavement was holding water underneath at the sub base. So we had the excavator go down there and create sub drains along the edge, about 14 of them. And I'll talk about that a little bit in the C-70 paving down at the bottom. Granular program, we are almost half done with the year 3 scheduled rock. Mowing the hard surfaces, we only have 50% to do in zone 3, and that should be done for prior to Memorial Day. That's one of our goals every year. We also have purchased this year 2 mowers, for the, tractors to go out on the gravels more often.
Okay.
Instead of just one time a year or 2 times, they're gonna be doing it more often. We got with the Iowa DOT to do a FY 24 salt bid. So instead of going out trying to find it ourselves, they collectively got a, like over 200 or 300 entities to get a bid for the salt. I put 500 tons in, that we would estimate that we would possibly need for this coming winter. We got a price of 87.17, small increase, same company, so it worked out pretty well for us.
Is
So,
that just salt or that's sand with salt?
no,
mixed?
just salt,
Just salt.
just salt.
How would you come out on your salt this year for your,
Couldn't tell you, I'd have to get back to you on that, the cost of the salt that we had to use. So I don't think we had a lot hauled in, maybe 100 tons. So we had quite a bit going into the year, so. And then C70 paving, so we ran into a couple issues down there. After the crack and seat, we had some of that pavement break up pretty well on us. So we had to do a 50-foot patch where they had to go down about 12 to 14 inches to get the muck out of there. We put some geogrid underneath. They put some good modified subbase back on, and then we put another 7 inches of asphalt on top of that, and then have extended our paving to the west a little bit onto the new concrete. So we'll go over that spot. Along the edge, like I stated, we had some water issues with the water getting held there. Some of the asphalt has broken up there with this first lift. So we're actually going to add a 2-foot shoulder widening on the interior of each of those curves, because that's where the water is holding on the interior of that curve. To hopefully hold up that asphalt on the surface a little bit better. So that's been a change order that we've worked on. They're gonna do some strength and leveling on some spots where we're seeing a little bit of cracking, more than what we would like to see, so.
Is that happening right now?
The strength and leveling or
Yeah.
currently? No, it is not. We have, we're waiting, Friday, they're gonna come in and do their widening with their mill. And then do asphalt and then, come back and next week do the strength and leveling, and then surface is scheduled after that.
With problems with the drainage, the ditch there on the curves, are we doing anything with
We've
that?
discussed, trying to figure out where the water is going and why it's standing there. If there's an intake in that ditch, we know that there's a culvert. The water comes from the interstate on the south side, goes down, there's a culvert, crosses the road, goes on the north side and goes west. We just gotta figure out if there's an intake that's covered up, or get better drainage to go west.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've discussed that already.
Any questions for Adam?
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you, Adam.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to just update, we did get our permit from the railroad for Bridge 211 for the Woolsaw City Bridge, so that is going to go forward. We're redoing the title page, I just need a couple signatures, so. So that should be let in September for our next year construction. So, or even after, I mean, so for winter to next year construction, so.
Okay.
And remember that we got, I think $1 million from the city VR fund for that bridge, so, and then the rest is coming out of our local VR fund.
Is that quick turn off the railroad?
No. It was supposed to be let last year.
Oh,
That's why I had to have you sign another title page. So, thank you.
thank you.
Okay, meetings.
I've got, or I had workforce this past week for our final meeting. And then I've got,
That went okay, everybody,
yeah,
all the entities signed and all the paperwork's filed with the state and.
yep,
Okay.
we're done with it. And then this week, let me think for just a second. I've got Region 5 hazmat Wednesday morning at 9 in Fort Dodge. I've got Udmo annual meeting Wednesday night. I've got the Wright County Charitable Foundation. When is that?
Wednesday at 5:30.
Wednesday at 5:30.
5:30 p.m.
Get back to that, because I might have a conflict, I may not. I don't think I do, because I think that I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I'll get back to you, but yeah, that's another one. And then I've got we're the bad boys, we're bad.
Eldora.
Eldora,
Juvenile detention,
juvenile, yes. Juvenile detention,
Central Iowa juvenile.
Central Iowa juvenile detention on Friday. Other than that, it's pretty quiet week.
Carl,
No meetings last week. I've got CICS on Thursday, and then I've got opiate tomorrow at 7 AM.
yeah. I didn't have any meetings last week, but I was able to, Eric got me a phone number for Nate, say his last name again.
I believe it's Fisher.
Nate Fisher from the Iowa DNR, and I'm gonna pass his contact information on to Mike Bowman. So that those two entities can talk. And then this week I have on Wednesday, the Midas over in Fort Dodge, and then on Thursday, CFR. Again, those meetings are by Zoom only. Lately, because again, we've got people over in Iowa City now that, we're trying to figure out how we can start doing, in-person meetings. Or at least a couple times a year, in-person meetings instead of Zoom meetings, so. Anything else?
We did have a comprehensive meeting last Monday,
Okay,
and that continues to progress.
excellent, excellent. So that was with, Midas, the meeting was, and we had, I think the discussion was concerning the results of the surveys that had gone out.
That's correct.
So on those surveys, there was, there's never a big response, at least in those that I've looked at before and been involved in before. I don't know.
We have
Oh, right
30,
here.
yeah,
Go ahead.
34 individual responses. We only had 3 business responses, and my office has resent that survey out to my contacts, try to build that number up. Believe it or not, we were more higher than our sister county of Humboldt on 34.
Really? Yeah, it's tough to get people to respond to that.
My UDMO is Tuesday, so yes, I will be there.
Okay,
I knew I could make it, I just had my days mixed up, I had so much going on.
Okay, anything else?
June 12th, you had scheduled,
Yes, June
meeting.
12th, we have scheduled, Summit Carbon Solutions had contacted me, Sabrina Zenor, who's the public relations lady. She's been at this meeting before. She wanted, Kylie Lang, who has presented to us before, to present, again,
comprehensive safety presentation.
right, a comprehensive safety presentation, by Summit Carbon Solutions. It didn't sound like there was any new information that would be presented. So I contacted Steve.
Urgent, something.
Say it one more time. Hergenreiter, Steve Hergenreiter, who is the fire chief and also the head of the regional hazmat. And he does the local training on the Aloha system for emergency responders that have to go into hazardous situations, i.e. a CO2 bloom, anhydrous leaks, various hazardous situations like that. I asked him to come and be here to answer any questions and to present what Aloha can do concerning CO2 and what it can't. I had asked Summit Carbon Solutions why they weren't working with whoever makes that program. They say that it doesn't produce scenarios where you could see what the plume would look like if we had a release of CO2 from the pipeline. My argument is that that if you don't have that information, it needs to be developed. And so anyway, they'll be here on June 12th to present at 9:30.
And I got a hold of Jerica and she said she can be here too.
Yes, and our EMS,
Emergency management.
Emergency Management Coordinator will be here also, Sheriff Eisentrager. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
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 One other thing is at 11 o'clock today
Yeah.
is the redistricting public hearing.
Well,
And
that's here.
it'll be here and it's gonna be the same Zoom link.
Okay,
So-
same Zoom link for the redistricting hearing. That will be run by Jeremy Abbas, and I assume that board.
Yep,
Yes.
all three of you.
Yes.
Okay.
we don't have to be here.
Okay. I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried.
Adam.
We are adjourned.
Did it come through or not?